Hey guys, it's Katie at scrappinkaty.ctmh.com, and sadly this is the last day of the 12 days of Christmas memories for 2020 with Miranda and Lisa, and we've decided to do a New Year's Eve challenge for this 12th day. So I pulled out some old photos and I have printed them to 3x4. So I'm going to pull out some holographic paper that I want to use because of the hat in those photos, and I've already trimmed those down and matted them on true 3x4 photo placeholders. So I'm using kind of a muted background. It has tiny little open polka dots in the background. If you can't see it here, you definitely can see it at the end in the still shots. And then I'm just basically going to create a grid of my favorite photos from this night. I'm going to back these photos with that self-adhesive foam sheets. And then I am going to start laying down and start embellishing. Now, this kind of came to be because this easily could be a 2-page layout. But I kind of wanted all the photos together. It's of me and my husband, and then we are at a bar of a friend of ours, and so we've also got over to the right, we've got all the little plastic champagne glasses that we helped him fill, and then the champagne bottles, which are being iced down. And I just love the little grouping of photos. So that holographic paper, I have cut circles, and then I've cut my title out of it as well. And I just think it's going to play so well with that hat in the photos, as well as that drink. Now, this bar is known for its pickle shots, and whether you're a drinker or not, and if you love pickles like I do, it is really, really yummy. And so I loved how that gold is going to kind of play on that drink. So I'm just going to lay these out over on the right. And I came up with circles to kind of mimic champagne bubbles. I was going to do white on white, but then I decided, no, I think it's going to be best if these are that holographic paper. So I am just using tape adhesive to adhere these down. And you can see from the top that I've got some circles going off the edge, and I'll do that on the bottom as well, and then I'll trim them down. So I'm just going to keep on adhering these down. If you used liquid adhesive, sometimes that liquid adhesive shows through the lines do on this holographic paper. So tape adhesive is best. So I'm just trimming those off the edge, and then I am going to pull out my Versamat and my T-ruler to make sure that I have these photos lined up. Now, I love photos in a grid pattern, but I almost prefer the photos that I can kind of make crooked, because then there's no question if they're straight or not. So this part of the process really kind of stresses me out, but I'm glad that I have my T-ruler and my Versamat for this purpose. So if you'll notice, I am adhering these, but I haven't really pushed them down until I'm sure they're straight. And you'll see here in a second, I do have a hard time with this top row. Part of it is, I'm not directly over my project because I don't want to put my head in the frame. And so I'm trying to do it by looking at it kind of at an angle. So then I ended up putting my T-ruler at the top. I liked how it was. So you saw me kind of press down on those photos. And then after it's done, I'll turn it over and really rub on them. Now, I did pull out an embellishment pack that had these little gold sentiments as well as those gold hearts. And so I'm really liking that. And so I am going to go ahead and back the title with some of those foam sheets that I used for the photos, so they'll be the same height. And I am using liquid adhesive on those. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and then glue these hearts. Now I'm going to use micro glue dots. And the good thing about these is you really can't tell, but these hearts have a vellum outline. But because of the gold center, I'm able to put those glue dots right in the center of the heart, so you can't see the glue dots from behind the vellum. Same thing with those titles up there. So I'm just going to put those blocks up top on that title to make sure that it really stays in place and adheres. And then I'm adding the date with my date stamp at the bottom. And then I am going to pull out some stickers to add to some of those photos. So I'm liking how that looks. I'm going to look again at my sticker sheet. And then again, these are really old. These are from my stash, but I love pulling from my stash sometimes. Sometimes you find the perfect thing and you only need one or two things, and it's just neat to pull it from your stash, use it up. So right there by that pickle shot, I put best ever. And then right there by the photo of me and my husband, I put you and me. And then I'm trying to put a heart and find another sentiment because, I do like threes, but I just couldn't get it done. So here is a look at the final layout with some close-ups. Again, I have so enjoyed this series. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and watching all my videos, leaving me the comments. I love to read them. And maybe I will do a flip through of all these layouts pretty soon. Down below, there will be links to any of the products that I used, as well as links to the other girls playing along. Have a very Merry Christmas.